Today, I reset the NFL to 2011 and changed NFL history, which means the return of Peyton Manning on the Colts, Drew Brees on the Saints, Michael Vick on the Eagles, a rookie Cam Newton, Calvin Johnson back on the Lions, and honestly, so many more legendary players are back in the NFL that there's too many to even check out. So we're gonna jump in and play a bunch of games with these different teams and see which teams dominate. And we'll start out with Joe Flacco leading the Baltimore Ravens. This Ravens team did also have Ray Rice, who although he was kind of small, he could really pack a punch out of the Ravens backfield. Like genuinely one of those guys you just don't want to get stuck in an elevator with just because you kind of never know what's going to happen, but he gets a first. This team also did have Anquan Boldin, who I'm going to try to throw to here. He's going to get a first and shake a tackle. It will be interesting to see how this Ravens team does with this playbook that's obviously designed for Lamar Jackson, and Joe Flacco is no Lamar Jackson, but having Anquan Boldin on offense should help. It will be interesting to see how the Chiefs even do in this year, just because, wow, that is a Dwayne Bowe catch for a big first down. Speaking of Dwayne Bowe, I am giving away a Chiefs helmet that is signed by him, so go check out the last video I posted where I put the 2007 undefeated Patriots in Madden 25. I go over exactly how you can win it in that one, but yeah, as always, make sure you're subscribed, hit the like button, because I'm always giving away cool things like this. I was gonna say that I thought the Chiefs would be bad with Matt Castle as their quarterback, but he does fumble. I don't even know who caused that one. Is this a young Calais Campbell? I don't think it is. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can pitch it back. Okay, well, I tried to get a 2T sizzle there, and the Chiefs get it back. And it wasn't even Calais Campbell. I don't know why I thought it was him. So now they're all the way back to the 6. Oh, he's gonna throw wide open to Stevie Breston here. Maybe I can track him down with Ed Reed here, and I'm gonna miss the tackle. So he is gonna go all the way for the 94-yard touchdown. So let's move on to the Lions, who have Calvin Johnson and Matt Stafford back. I also should note that if you hear fireworks going on in the background, everything's fine, I promise. The Dodgers did just win the World Series like 30 minutes ago, so my area is going crazy. And you know what? We got a lot of teams to check out, so let's try Calvin Johnson on a go ball for the easy touchdown. So next we'll jump in with the Steelers, who have Big Ben and Antonio Brown. And for a second, I was wondering if Jerome Bettis would still be on this team, but this is Rashad Mendenhall. It is still crazy to me that like the teams that with Big Ben, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell never won a Super Bowl together, but Jets legend Jericho Cotchery gets this touchdown. But wow, I genuinely forgot how many stars were on this Eagles team, specifically on offense. Like they got prime Shady McCoy as well, who I think is probably going to put up monster numbers this year. And also Jeremy Maclin, Deshaun Jackson. Wow, Maclin got stuck on his defender. But let's be real, it's Mike Vick, so there's only one thing that we should actually be trying to do with him, and that is going to be running for as many yards as possible. So let's see if we can just punch it in here quick to Shady McCoy, who does make the catch and gets the touchdown. Speaking of sim, I am very curious how Cam Newton is going to do this year with the Panthers, because they typically do pretty well in the sim with this team in the current day, led by Bryce Young, and like the complete lack of talent. And like now they have Cam, Steve Smith here, who's going to make a miss and get all the way into the end zone. But while we're here, I definitely want to play with Drew Brees, and Jimmy Graham, who's going to get a first down and way more. I just honestly love this era of football. Come on, Darren Sproles makes 2 guys miss, and he's going to get a first down here. Also, I really would love to get a touchdown here with a player, not the one who I throw to. Let's get out of bounds. But the player I do want to get a touchdown with is Hofstra legend right here. Oh, so close. God, it's taken me 3 plays just to get this sentence out, but Marcus Colston, the Hofstra legend, gets the touchdown. There he is, the Sanchez. But we're actually going to start this game out on defense. Oh my God, where was the defense on that one? This was at the end of the good years with Rex Ryan, but Antonio Cromartie is going to take this one all the way to the house. We're obviously going to stay in this game just to actually see some more of Brady. Unfortunately, this is when the Jets really started to go downhill after these Rex years. There's still a ton of talent on this team. Kyle Wilson just gets a sack. I think at this point, Sean Green was the full-time starter, but they did also have an unfortunately very old LaDainian Tomlinson, who is, I think, gonna get a first. He's not. It is genuinely such a trip to see like number 6 in the backfield. Oh, Santonio Holmes Oh, stay in bounds. That's on me. It also is kind of funny that Plaxico Burress is on this team, but Sanchez has all day to throw and a wide open Dustin Keller deep downfield here who's gonna get a first. And since I'm all for recreating plays, let's see if we can hit Santonio in the end zone. I am shocked that actually worked. I mean, it's honestly not as good as that real life touchdown that Sanchez threw to Holmes, but for Madden, I think I'd honestly take this as a pretty good recreation. God, I honestly forgot Tim Tebow was in the NFL at this time. And while he was very bad, I do obviously want to play with him just because I think it'll be pretty funny. Ooh, Willis McGahee gaining a hard fought first down there. I wonder if he's gonna be any good to run with. He is like decently fast. Okay, he's getting caught by linemen, so that's not encouraging. It would be such a Madden sim thing if he like leads the league in passes. Oh my God, I thought that was gonna be picked. Yeah, I very well could see him be at the top of the list. Eddie Royal though, wide open for the first. But oh my God, you know who's here? I completely forgot he was on this team. Eric Decker makes the catch. I always associate Eric Decker with the Peyton Manning years and his time with the Jets, but he gets the touchdown on this one. And I definitely want to check out Peyton Manning on the Colts, but somehow a Colts offense with Peyton Manning and Reggie Wayne and all those studs on defense, somehow they're 2-4, which only can be explained by Madden Sim. That's like kind of the fun thing about putting them in like a current day game. Wow, Manning is so low here. Carlos Dansby just murdered him. But it's third down now. I'd love to hit Dwight Clark across the middle for the easy touchdown. And I think it only makes sense to finish out this gameplay with the Giants. To clarify too, the roster for this video is the 2011 to 2012 season. And the Giants were actually Super Bowl champions that year. Ooh, Victor Cruz does hang on to it. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, this is the 2012 team that won the Super Bowl. And honestly, it was just a very accurately made roster on the download center. Nobody's open here. But I think once we get our touchdown here, we'll go all the way to the playoffs. There we go, down to the 1. And we'll see how all the teams do and which ones made the playoffs, and we'll check out the stats as Brandon Jacobs finishes us off here. Okay, wow, so the Eagles won the East at 9-8. The Packers went 15-2, and the Lions went 13-4. New Orleans 14-3, and Carolina with a rookie Cam Newton went 12-5. And this might be the first time I've seen this in a Madden Sim, but the Seahawks won the West at 11-6, with the Niners also making it in at 10-7. In the AFC East, Tom Brady and the Patriots went 12-5. The Steelers and Ravens both went 13-4, making the playoffs. The Titans make it in with a losing record, and the Chargers and Broncos both make it in from the West. Wow, Matt Stafford had 5,500 yards and 39 touchdowns. Is that an NFL record? It is actually an NFL record. Mike Vick had 4,600 yards and 31 touchdowns. Then you got Hasselbeck, Rodgers, Ryan, Brady, Breeze, Fitzpatrick, Romo, Dalton, Schaub, and Ben Roethlisberger all with 4K yards. A really good rookie season from Cam Newton with 3,927 touchdowns. Oh, Alex Smith was the quarterback of the Niners still. Who led in touchdowns though? It was Aaron Rodgers with 45. Rushing, Ryan Matthews had 1,212 touchdowns. MJD and Beast Mode both had 1,200 yards and 7 touchdowns. Adrian Peterson also had 1,206. Frank Gore with the Niners with 15. 14 from Ray Rice, 10 from Reggie Bush, D'Angelo Williams, and Javid Best. Receiving, 2,300 yards and 24 touchdowns from Calvin Johnson. Both are new single season records. 1,500 yards and 17 touchdowns from Roddy White, 1,409 from Brandon Marshall, 1,315 from Greg Jennings. Who else was at the top of this list? Wow, 18 from Eddie Royal, 14 from Wes Welker and Reggie Wayne, 964 and 10 from Antonio Brown. But defensively, 20.5 sacks from Geno Atkins, 19.5 from James Harrison, 19 from JPP, 16.5 from Von Miller. What about interceptions? 7 from Champ Bailey, and 7 on Revis Island as well. 4 interceptions from Ray Lewis, but only 2 sacks on the year. And kind of the same for Patrick Willis with 4 picks, but only 1 sack. So let's see who won the MVP. And it was actually Matt Stafford. I thought it could have been Aaron Rodgers. Cam Newton did actually win Rookie of the Year though, just like he did in real life. So this is our playoff bracket for this season. And we've seen a bunch of these wildcard teams play, but I do want to check out the 49ers going up against the Saints. And with 30 seconds to go in this game, we're tied at 24. So let's see what the Niners do here if they choose to play conservative. It seems like they're going for it here. They hit Vernon Davis for the first down, and they draw the unnecessary roughness, which takes them all the way to the 47. There's 25 seconds left. They're going to check down a Crabtree who gets a first down, another flag though, and a roughing the passer on the defense. Saints have kind of just given this away just on penalties, really, but Frank Gore is going to gain about 7 here. So now with 5 seconds, they're going to try to put up the game-winning kick, and David Akers nails it. So the Niners are going to win this game. And from here on out, we're going to check out every game. So let's sim to the next round, where we got the Steelers versus Ravens, Patriots versus Chargers, Packers versus Niners, and Lions versus Panthers. Honestly, all the matchups in this round are pretty accurate for this time, besides this one. And we'll start out with the Ravens versus Steelers, where Big Ben's got to lead them down the field for a field goal to try to tie this game. The biggest thing really is that they're starting at their own 12, but Mike Wallace gains a couple yards there. Now it's 3rd and 4. Let's see if they're able to pick this one up. He works the sideline and hits Antonio Brown there, all the way to the 46. I mean, obviously they would love the touchdown to put all the pressure on the Ravens. They get another first. So now they're at the 40. It would be a very long field goal from here, but there's another first down and more to AB. Still got those 3 timeouts and 90 seconds, so I would still try to work pretty quick here. Honestly, just hoping that they don't concede for the field goal, but Big Ben is in the zone here and looks like he's gonna run. He's gonna get the first down easily down to the 8, and they call their first timeout. So let's see what they do here on 1st and goal. I mean, a touchdown right here would be huge, but they get a flag on the play, roughing the passer. So now they're at the 2 with 37 seconds to go. He's gonna throw to AB, I think that is. No, it's Mike Wallace. So now let's see if Joe Flacco has any magic with 30 seconds. They're gonna get a first down to start here. 26 seconds now from the 44. He's gonna throw across the middle again. Somehow that's caught. They burned their last time out, but they are moving exceptionally quick here. He throws out of bounds. Really, it's roughing the passer, which takes them to the 22 with 16 seconds left. He's gonna throw out here. He's got to get out of bounds. There's Bolden. Any play in bounds, the game is definitely over with how fast that clock moves. I thought he was gonna get sacked. He throws it out. So now this might be the last play of the game. They only need a few yards. He throws it out of bounds. Honestly, the smart play to give him one last chance here. He throws across the middle for the touchdown. Flacco just did that in such a short amount of time, but Torrey Smith gets the touchdown. So against all odds, the Ravens pull out the win here. So next we'll check out Cam Newton and the Panthers going up against Matt Stafford and the Lions. And we got a super low scoring game in this one, but now only a minute left and they still have 2 timeouts, but they're gonna need to start picking up some yards quick. That's Jonathan Stewart. They did have the 2-headed monster with Stewart and D'Angelo Williams, but now they use their 2nd timeout and they're gonna throw here too. I don't even know who that is, but he's down to the 1. Can the Lions defense pull out this stop here from the 1? Out of bounds. There is no way that they do not get this from the 1-yard line. Cam runs it in. I was genuinely thinking they were gonna blow that. Wow, the Lions are trying to ice him on the extra point. I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh my God, and now the Panthers are gonna go for it. There's no way. Why would you not try to tie the game? He's open, but he's out of bounds. Why did they do that? That was like 500 IQ from Dan Campbell. So the Lions hold on to win by a point. So now we got the Chargers versus Patriots. And with 3 seconds left, the Chargers have a chance to win this game on a field goal. So now as time expires, they put it up and nail it to move on to the conference championship. This might be the only time Phillip Rivers beat Tom Brady in the playoffs. And StatMuse confirmed that, so I was actually correct. So last up, we got the San Francisco 49ers going up against Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And with 2 minutes to go, the Packers are down by 5 at the 32 now with a minute 20, still 2 timeouts to work with. He is working the quick game a ton. So now they're at the 18-yard line. What are they gonna do here? Another quick throw, zipped in. That was a dart by Rodgers to Greg Jennings. And now he's in the zone. They're gonna go for 2, but actually run it here and not get it. So now the Niners only need a field goal to try to win this game. They're gonna throw it here to Frank Gore for like 8. They use their timeout, so they have just about a minute to go. Another check down for a first. This 2011-2012 defense was probably one of the best that the Packers had in the Rodgers era, and electing to not use their timeout, so there's only 20 seconds left, but the diving catch there to Crabtree gets them all the way to the 27. 7. I don't know why they're not running the ball. If they get sacked, that would be massive for them. So they're actually going to go for the field goal here, which I think honestly makes sense considering they have no timeouts, and David Akers nails it. So the Niners are going to pull this out. So now we're down to our final 4. We'll start out with the Chargers versus Ravens, with the Chargers up by 7 late in this game, and a minute 27 and 3 timeouts for Flacco to work with. Torrey Smith's going to gain about 8 or 9, and they do use that first timeout. I probably would have saved it, but they gain a lot there across the middle and use that second timeout, so they are only down to 1 with about a minute 15 to go. I don't love the clock management. Flacco runs for nothing. 46 seconds now. It's 2nd and 7. Flacco looks like he's going to run again, and he is. Gains maybe about 7 on this play. And they call their last time out. So now 37 seconds is 3rd and 3. I would just focus on getting the first here, and they do. But that clock is running. It's down to 15 now. They got to work sideline. They're going end zone, and Torrey Smith catches it. And they're going to go for 2. Why does nobody want to just tie the game? They hand off to Ray Rice, who doesn't get it. I don't understand. Like, there must have been an update in this game that, like, changed the logic or something. So the Chargers are going to the Super Bowl, where they'll go up against the Niners or the Lions. But wow, the Niners did not show up in this game at all. So the Lions are going to the Super Bowl. And with 2 minutes to go, the Chargers are down by 5, but it's 3rd and 7 now for the Lions. If they get a first, they can definitely burn more time, but they don't get it. So now Phillip Rivers in his very weird helmet have a chance to win this game, and a minute 49 to try to do it. So let's see what they're able to pull off. I would definitely recommend throwing further than 6 yards, but that one at least gets out of bounds. But they're at their own 32 with a fresh set of downs, so let's see what they're able to do. Vincent Jackson. No, not Vincent Jackson. Doesn't matter. They call a timeout. They're at the 50. So they only got 1 left to work with. They're going to check down here to Gates, who does not get out of bounds. So now we're under a minute. Phillip Rivers has them in pretty good shape. Another first down to Gates. But just about 30 seconds to work with here. I thought he was going to get sacked there, but he's able to stay up and get out of bounds there. Ryan Matthews got them all the way down to the 15. They're going to throw across the middle here, get down to the 4, and they called their last time out, so it's either get in the end zone. Why is he so open? And now in this scenario, it does make sense to go for 2, and he's wide open again. And Stafford's got 3 timeouts and 18 seconds to try to get a field goal. And arguably one of the greatest receivers of all time to throw to, who does catch it there. I do not love seeing those short passes, and another one here, which is just going to burn a timeout. They're not far from field goal range. They're at the 46 now, and they're going to gain maybe about 10 there and call their 3rd timeout. And now from the 45, this is probably the last play of the game, and he does catch it, but he's down to the 14 as the clock expires. So the Chargers are going to win this Super Bowl. So Phillip Rivers finally wins his first Super Bowl. So yeah, that'll do it for today's video. If you want to watch more, check out the video where I put the 2007 undefeated Patriots in Madden 25. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Be a good people.